couples are going to get out of this? I want to talk about what's our aim for what you would get out of this group. And I just want to start by saying closeness, more getting to know one another. One of the things that, and this is kind of a science piece too, is that one of the things that our brain does when, this is why when relationship is so new, it's exciting and it's novelty. And then eventually, as you were speaking to, that kind of wears off and our brain seeks to automate. And so one of the things that yields is people in relationship who feel like, oh, I already know you, I know everything about you, and we stop asking as many questions.
Right.
And so, one of the things that I want people to get out of this is like a really deep, some of the things that you've been hearing from your partner for a long time perhaps have new meaning to you, and a deeper level of compassion and a deeper understanding, and that you feel more heard, more understood, more felt by your partner, and getting more of your needs met.
Right.
Yeah.
I would add to that, how to fight well, how to do conflict better. What are the ingredients? What are the skills that you need to perhaps make conflict work in your life? How can you really go somewhere by learning how to fight well, how to do conflict well?
Yeah, and there's a whole lot of how to, actually, now that you say that. There's how to fight well, how do you form a couple bubble that will help you feel really secure with one another. So there's actually quite a bit about feeling secure with one another, increasing the bond, the tensile strength of the bond, so that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that there's nothing that can rock you. Being able to really trust in the strength of the bond and the strength of the connection, and feel like you can go through anything together, and you're a strong and solid team.
Right.
And of course, we want to say something about sex.
Right.
That to restore spark, to restore pleasure, to have deep conversations, and hope that you come away from the group with a better understanding of how to connect. Everybody connects differently, and what helps you and your partner connect, and how are you a gift to each other and to the world.
Right. I think we're talking about intimacy as sexuality, and how do you create closeness, and how to tolerate that level of closeness that sometimes can be burning, can be profound. So we're gonna not only be teaching, but opening up, sort of like dismantling, revealing in a group setting, how, like, what creates intimacy and fulfilling intimacy, like how to express needs, how to listen and fulfill needs from a place of joy, of like where I'm actually happy to give because I'm receiving. So this cycle of giving and receiving feels fulfilling and nourishing.
Yeah, and one of the things that I like to think about is, I want your relationship to feel like it's an inspiring place. Like, what's it going to take to get your relationship to a place where this is the container that you come home to every day. And so how is that a place that actually nourishes you? What tending do you need to offer to the relationship? And we know through all of our study and all of our research and all of our 10 plus years of doing this kind of work, we know what those things are in relationship. That how do you attend to those things so that the relationship is actually a source of nourishment for you?
Right.
A good place to come home to.
Yeah, I also wanted to talk about this approach of seeing the relationship, seeing the challenges of couplehood and being together in the long term as a path to knowing yourself better, as a path to living your life more fully through the help of the other and all the especially the challenges and the difficulties that being together in such a close way brings. So
it's really good
yeah.
stuff. I'm sure there's all kinds of things we haven't even thought of yet. I know that from running groups, that there's all these ideas that I have, and people get so much more out of it. So, oh, you know what? I want to say one more thing about what people will get out of it. Is actually the experience of listening to other couples.
Right.
The experience.
You just guessed mine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this was mine.
Yeah, the experience of being able to share with other couples is so profound. There's a way that when you sit with other couples who get it, who are deeply on the path that you're on, and you hear them talk about their experiences in relationships and their needs and their desires and the way that they fight and the strength of their couple bubble and the distance that works well for them. There is so much to be gained from hearing from other couples, because while other couples, double date and spend time together, often it's really different than going super deep with each other and really kind of getting inside the workings. It's such a deep and profound pleasure. It brings me to tears often, just the beauty of being let inside another couple's connection. So that's
right. And I this is exactly the type of experience that I wish I had encountered or participated like 10 years ago, when I really sort of tried, long-term partnership, and I really wish I had found something like that I think it could have been so liberating and so helpful to be in a couples group that are actually bringing the truth of what it is to be in that in that dyad to a safe container in which people are in a very similar situation, but instead of playing a role, people are actually opening up about the intricacies and the complexities and the truth of what's happening on a deeper level between them.
So incredibly inspiring. I love it. I can't wait.